Again, Chag Sameach, and this sermon, this Dvar Torah, is from the Haftorah selection on this Saturday, which is Chol HaMoed, from Ezekiel 37, 1 through 14, again in the stone Chumash as well, page 1225. On the Shabbat of Chol HaMoed, Passover, the intermediate days, we read a famous excerpt from the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel explains that the hand of God picked him up and deposited him in a valley full of dry bones. God asks Ezekiel if the bones can ever live again. And Ezekiel replies that only God can truly know. Then God commands Ezekiel to prophesy over the bones, telling them that God will cause them to breathe again. God will lay tendons, muscles, on the bones and flesh over that. He will breathe breath back into them. Then they will live again and know that God is the Lord. Ezekiel does as God commands, and he is speaking to the bones, and the bones begin to rise and put them back together, rattling as they rejoin each other, moving around. Tendons grow on the bones, and flesh comes over that, but there is no breath in them. God says to Ezekiel, O mortal, say to the breath. And he does. Thus said the Lord God, come, O breath, from the four winds, and breathe into these slain or slaughtered, that they may live again. Ezekiel does as he is told, and the bodies come to life, and the vast multitude stand before him. God then explains to Ezekiel that the bones represent the whole house of Israel. In exile, they have dried up and lost hope. Ezekiel is commanded to tell the people that God will lift them out of their spiritual graves and bring them to the land of Israel. He will breathe life back into them by putting them back on their own land. Then the people will know that God has done as he has promised. So what is the connection towards Passover? Because usually the Haftarah is the connection of the Torah reading. So let's go through that. On Passover, we retell and celebrate the story of Israel's redemption from slavery in Egypt. Ezekiel's prophecy is similar in so as far as it promises another redemption. This time, it is from exile and uses the revival as a second chance to life. The juxtaposition of Ezekiel's dry bones, vision with Passover, offers a message of hope. Just as God delivered the Israelite slaves from their seemingly hopeless slavery in Egypt, so too, God will bring the Israelites back to their land, breathing life back into the people, even when they have given up hope. May Ezekiel's vision come true speedily and in our time, and let us all respond, Amen, and a sweet Passover to all of us. Thank you.